Are you really trying to cook them ribs in the middle of winter? I can't blame you. I'm about to give an overview on how to do that, and that's going to start right now. There it is.
Mississippi Gulf with that southern swag. Long Beach vibes, whole crew about to brag. Red smoke rising, nothing but a flag. Sizzling ribs, no need for doggy bags. Southern smoke got the ribs just right. Red oak burning all through the night. Thor's the king grilling with all his might. Each bite slapping pure barbecue delight.
Yeah, so I used a propane torch and a blower, and now I got a raging fire. All right, so next, let's get the meat going. Okay, I think I've got about 20 racks of ribs in there. We're just gonna grab us a pack here, 2 per pack. Call it good. That's some Prairie Fresh pork St. Louis style ribs. This is my favorite, the Prairie Fresh brand. They do a pretty good job on making my job easy. Now, what I usually do is take off this chunk of fat right here. You can see that's just fat. I mean, you can pretty much scrape it off. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, there's a little bit of meat on top, but it's 90% just fat over here. Let's get that there. Down like that. Put that to the side. Looks pretty good. If I see some chunks of fat like this, if I'm trying to take my time, I'll either cut it off or I'll scar it up. Either one. You can just scar this up, or you can cut it off. Here, I'll just scar this here up. Now, on the back side, if there's some skirt, sometimes I'll take the skirt down, but over here, Prairie Fresh, they done got rid of the skirt for me. So all I do here is this here backside is just scar this here membrane up. You don't have to take it off. I encourage you not to take it off. If you feed this to your family or your friends and it's scarred up like this here, they'll never ever question if it's been taken off or not. If you leave it on there, it actually helps hold in a little bit of moisture in the meat behind here, and it also acts as a barrier, right? Depending upon how your fire management skills are, this can be a good barrier if your heat going up under here is a little bit too high. And then with the slices in here, the scarring, that's gonna allow some flavor to penetrate. All right. Let's knock out this next one. Let's take a look at it. This one here is it's actually pretty good on top, but I'm gonna get this here little fat off over here on this side, which ain't much at all. I might just have to just scar this one here up. Let's take a look, see how deep it goes. You can probably just scar this one here up over here. To spend a whole lot of time on this. If you're in doubt about that fat, just go ahead, just scar it up. Side there is done. There's no skirt over here, hardly any. It's this little piece right here. I'm not really gonna worry about that. Then again, we're just gonna scar this here membrane, and that's really all you need to do. Don't make it complicated, keep it simple. Now, if you have some sort of mental block about this here membrane, you can get you a paper towel and reach down in here and pull it off. That's up to you. I'm gonna leave mine on because I always have. No one's ever said, oh, hey, this membrane on here, what the hell's that about? No, I don't even notice it. They just notice the good, bold flavor. All right, now, seasoning. My flavor comes from the smoke, and having the smoke penetrate the meat is super important to me. So when it comes to the seasoning, I don't cake it on. I go pretty light on my seasoning. I don't put no mustard on it. That there can block the smoke flavor. Anything that blocks my smoke, if it blocks the smoke from getting on it, I'm gonna go light duty. Oops, the knife fall off there. Again, just a light coating. because I'm really after the smoke flavor. That's what this is all about. Getting that smoke on here. Watching people smile. Come back for seconds. All right, got that on there. And that's how I season my ribs. All right, now we're gonna throw them on the grill. We're about to start smoking. All right, so I've put the meat on the grill after seasoning it, cutting off a little bit of fat, and scoring up the back membrane. And it's looking good so far. Now, keep this here closed, and I shouldn't really have to touch this thing for a couple of hours. Since I just closed the grill, we gotta wait for it to come back up. I'm shooting for anywhere between 225 and 275. We'll come back a little later and check up on it. Don't go anywhere. Well, it's only been a couple minutes. We're gonna go ahead and just take a quick look at the fire. And since fire management is so important, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna build a bed of coals from this initial wood that we put on. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more wood on top of that. You can see the draft is going pretty good. It's all nice and clean smoke, ready to burn. Got my handy shovel here. I'm gonna do a little bit of fire management. This here bed of coals going. Looks good, real nice. Push the fire forward a little bit. That's part of fire management. When it comes to these big offset smokers, if you push the fire forward, that'll raise the temperature a few degrees. If you pull the fire back, that will lower the temperature a few degrees. Now, right now, the fire is burning hot, almost too hot. And I don't want it to burn any more than that. So I'm only gonna just add one piece of semi-damp wood because it is kind of damp on here. Pull this back a little bit. There we go. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add two. Now I'm gonna keep it with one. That's really pretty good right there. Close it up so I can notch it all the way. Close and control it like this, which is what I'm gonna do for right now. Now the damper up top there, it's been open the entire time since I first started the fire. And now that we're gonna start cooking, I'm gonna close it about halfway. Now it's halfway closed. What this does for us is to help control the amount of airflow that's going through the smoker right now. So in general, if you leave it wide open, the air will rush through the chamber. It'll crank the heat up pretty good, and you'll be putting log splits on there like, you know, every 30 minutes. But that will keep the smoke very mild and burn very clean. And if you close this lid, sometimes I'll run it 75% closed, and what that does is creates a lot of back pressure. So then the smoke and heat builds up in the chamber, and that's where you get really, really deep smoke flavor taste, which I like. But right now, for today, we're gonna go halfway, which the majority of the people like the smoke flavor that comes with the vent on this here particular grill about halfway open. And that's a good in between as far as fire management, the amount of fuel that I'm going to burn for this cook. And the smoke, I call it a mild or medium smoke flavor. Actually, it's savory. All right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. It's been almost an hour here, and we're dropped down below 225. So we're just gonna build the fire back up. Don't go anywhere. So we're definitely down to just the bed of coals. So we're just gonna add some more splits on there. 1, 2. Now we're gonna want to try and let this catch fire here, which is kind of doing pretty quick. But we wanted to get a good fire here so that it just doesn't smolder with smoke. Once it catches fire, then we'll go ahead and close her up, and we'll be good for a little bit longer. We're on the right path here. This is very good, very good. quickly started up. All right, it's been a whole hour, so let's just go check on the meat real quick. Those are doing quite well. We're gonna come back in another 2 hours. All right, don't go anywhere. All right, so we just finished hour number 2, and I'm about to hit these ribs with a little bit of moisture. And then I'm gonna put a few more splits back on the logs. And it smells good out here. Those are coming along real good. I think I'm gonna bump the temp up. Try to keep it around up to 250 to 275. All right, let's get this fire management situation. That's not even a whole lot of wood, but we're about to restack it. Good 3 pieces, maybe 4, 2, 3. I think I'll keep it at 3, but what I'll do, as I said earlier, I'll move the fire a little bit closer, and I'm gonna close the damper up top there just a little bit. So let me close the damper now. Take it down to 1/2. Right there. Got a good 60% closed. That's good. Then I'm gonna move the fire a little bit closer here. Push it in. And I'm doing this because I wanna get the temp up. So we'll push it in there. Gotta get just a little separation between these logs. I don't want it to smother. And what do I do? Okay, let's see what we got here. That's what you want, a nice slow burn. Low and slow. All right, we're just gonna let this flame up for a little bit. We'll shut her down, shut the door some. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, well, I think it's time for a quick temperature check. Let's do that now. Now I opened up the door. Now the low temp alarm's going off. Let's check it out. 178. We're right on time. It's about 3 hours of smoke. 170, 175, 175. We got there 172. All right, we're kind of coming out of the stall now. So what I'll do is I'll just give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll get them it's almost time to get them wrapped up. We'll be doing that here pretty soon. Don't go anywhere. Now it's time to wrap them ribs up. And you can tell this here rib's really good and ready. It's almost done. It's almost edible. So all I do here is get my foil, get my sauce. Whatever sauce you're using is okay. Pour a little bit of sauce on there. So doesn't take much. Put some of it on the back, and then wrap it up airtight. That's one. There's number 2. She ready. Some sauce on here. Put it on over. Get some sauce on the back. This here's going to infuse good flavors while we finish it off. Airtight. There. Ready to go back on. Now, at this point, I'm actually going to stick a probe into one of these meats. Because that way, while I'm working in the yard, I'll have an idea of when it gets to about 190, 195. That's what I'm looking for. We find a soft spot right there. There we go. I might as well stick the other one in as well. Find a good soft spot over here. Push this one on back. So this, I can feel the bones of it. I can feel the bones on this side right here. So I know that the meat size over here, and then I'm just gonna follow the bone pattern. Get that good and in there. Now we're ready to crank it back up. So right now the meat's just at 160. So it's just barely into the stall, but we're about to crank it up, get this cook going again. Don't go anywhere. All right, got indications that these ribs are done. In fact, they're a little bit probably overcooked this degree or 2. Right, probably at about 200. But oh my God. Look at them jokers there. Let's just get a quick probe. Now I'm actually probing for tenderness. Temperature is secondary, but it's about the tenderness right now. I'm pulling it, pushing it in, and I'm pulling it back without a pullback. So these here are done for sure. And that's what I'm talking about. Put your sauce on there and keep them juices flowing. Let's check this other one out. Actually, probably this one here, I'm probably gonna hold. So I gotta hold it for a few hours, holding your meat like in a warmer at about 150, 160 degrees for a couple of hours. The low is 145, but that'll give the meat time to relax and reabsorb those juices in there. Just pulling that flavor right back in. All right, y'all can see that already, but I'll go ahead and probe it. Y'all can look at the temp if that's what you're interested in. I'm looking for stickiness. This here just has a hair of a pullback, not much, just a hair, but that's the way he likes it. He likes a little pullback. Let's give him some pullback. This section right here. Ain't much pullback, a little bit. Okay, pull these, we're gonna bring them over to the holding oven. Don't go anywhere, be right back. Good enough for service.
I didn't know you were cooking right.
They were on the down low. On the down low. Oops. As smooth as butter. They're just right. Papa like a little bit of pullback, just a little bit. Give him some of these pullback ribs. That middle section got that. Middle section over here got the pullback on it. That's one. That rib looks so good. I'm gonna walk these over to Papa's house. I gotta put my additional spices on there. Where's my, oh dang. I was gonna put some salt and pepper on there. Or at least salt. I don't know. Pepper is just very, very little. Oh, you're on candid camera. Yeah, I need a small pan for us. Where's all the foil pans? I think they're outside. I'll just take this one. No, I did not. Wasn't me. Hold on, I gotta hold them in front of the camera first. Ew. Wipe my hands off real quick. If y'all need a hookup, let me know. We open for business over here. If he goes into the military, they pay for your college.
I know he told me about it, but don't work out. I'm not trying to go there, but it's not for everybody. You know that.
You enjoy being on my video? I will cut these up and we'll be done. Perfectly done rib. It's nice and soft, but it ain't gonna fall off the bone. It'll pull off, but it ain't gonna fall off. Yep. All right, let's get the cut. Nice and smooth cuts. This is where you can go ahead and add some of your additional rub, bring out a little more flavor. I just don't put it on in the beginning because I want to get that smoke on there. You can put on a little more of your BBQ sauce. I'm gonna do that just a little bit here. Don't take much. Smells good. God. Ooh. All right. Gotta drop in some secret sauce. A little bit. Don't take much. Just a hint. That's it. That's a whole nother layer of flavor. All right. What y'all think? If y'all need a hookup over the holidays, I'm just letting you. We open for business. Man, that's good. Got just enough pullback. I know Papa will like these.